It's the beginning of a new year, guys, and I always like to start the year, or at least the Pilates year, with your fundamentals, um, basics, and we're going to be doing two exercises today. Basic Pilates exercise that you will always do with me if you train with me. And it's basically to get your core going, to become aware of your lower and deeper seated abdominals, your TA muscles, we call them, the transverse abdominal muscles, and just to also become aware of where your position and your shoulders are in space when you do abdominal exercise or core exercises. So grab a mat and let's get going. Okay, so neutral pelvis now, when you lie down, we're aiming still for a line between the ear, the shoulder, and the hip, all still in a same line. Then you see I've still got a slight curve in my lower back. That's my natural curve. That's my neutral pelvis. And in front, what am I going to do? I'm going to try and get my hip bones and my pubic bone to be in a flat horizontal line. So if I put a ruler across my hip bones, that would be my neutral pelvis. Okay. I'm closing my ribs in. I'm reaching my arms along on the side. And I want you to then do an inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as you go into that exhalation, I want you to practice going from your neutral pelvis to your imprinted pelvis. So my pelvis will go from inhale neutral, exhale imprint. Inhale neutral, exhale imprint. Notice how my ribs are sliding in and down, sending my energy into my pelvic floor, sending the contraction into those lower TA abdominals. Inhale back to neutral, and we go. Exhale. In-breath. Here we go. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, in-breath. So ideally, this does not come from you just squeezing your bum cheeks. It should be much more internally felt. Okay, so try not to just clench your glutes when you do that. Try and use your abdomen. So it's inhale, neutral, exhale, inhale, neutral. That's my position of my pelvis. Exhale, imprint. Okay, good. Okay, so now to take it a step further, we are going to bring the hands behind the head and we're going to lift the chest into a little curve. Okay, so make sure your neck's not doing your work. Remember, abdominal work is for abdominals, not your neck. So your neck should ideally not be feeling anything. If it does, you've got your hands to support you, to help you until you're stronger to be able to hold it yourself. So make a little cradle with your hands, interlink them, place them at the base of your skull. And I always teach that your elbows, we're not trying to stretch the elbows away. That's not going to support your neck. You're trying to bring your elbows forward, making a cradle for your head. Okay, so your head is ideally heavy into your hands, your elbows forward. Your elbows are forward, you're pulling your shoulder blades down. If your elbows are back, you won't be able to pull your shoulder blades down. Okay, so that's important. Release the tension through the neck flexors. Drop the weight of the head into the hands. And then you're going to be lifting from your breastbone forward up. Okay. So if you're trying to keep neutral pelvis for me, okay, remember hip bones, pubic bone, straight line as we lie there. And we're going to go from our neutral to our imprint with the chest lifted. Okay, so heavy head into hands with the chest lifted, neutral to imprint. So we go inhale to prepare, exhale to go into your imprint. Inhale back to your neutral, exhale into the imprint. And I always say to my clients, don't be scared to breathe. force the breath out. Get comfortable with that forceful exhalation. Will help you to get into your abdominals. Exhale to imprint. So that's what I'm doing. This is an imprint where my pubis goes higher than my hips. And then I return to a flat line, hips and pubis in the same line. Big exhale. Now, if your chest is high enough and you've got your shoulder blades off the floor, you're going to really start feeling those abdominals. We go exhale, imprint, and inhale, neutral. You do 8 to 10 of these. You see my vibration. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's a little like tremble going on here, which means that I've really got to dig deep to get this move right. And that really basically means that I'm really activating my smaller muscles and getting and having to put every bit of effort into it to get there. And that's how we strengthen those TA muscles, strengthening the support in the lower back, okay? Keeping that chest high. Exhaling and inhaling. Got it. Okay, so now we're going to lift the chest. Remember, we've got the head heavy into the hands. No tension in your neck. You've got your chest at your base height. You've got your shoulders pulled down. And you starting in neutral. Neutral, hip bones, pubis, horizontal line. That's your neutral. Now you're going to keep that neutral for me and you're going to move your chest. Okay. Chest meaning, your breastbone, your sternum. That's the bit you're going to move from. You're not pulling from the space here. Okay. So I'm just dropping this hand so you can see me. But you ideally have both hands behind your head. And you're going to go chest lift, big exhale. So I'm trying to keep neutral. I'm trying not to go out of that neutral. And I'm lifting my chest up. Exhale lift. Inhale lower. And we go. Exhale lift. Inhale lower. And we go. Exhale lift. 3. And lower. And we go. Exhale 4. And lower. Big exhale 5. And you will start feeling this in your upper abdominal. So remember, you've got to slide those ribs down. Another little thing. Your tummy's doming when you're doing this. It's incorrect. You've got to make sure that your tummy is either concave or not pushing up. Okay, so you can't have a bubble around that belly. You've got to pull it down. And I'm not talking about skin or fat. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about muscular activation. So you can, with any shape or form, you're able to pull that belly to the spine because you've got muscles there. So it needs to drop. Okay, we're going to go inhale, exhale. Inhale, tip of the shoulder blades, exhale up, trying to keep the neutral. Okay, up to 10. And you should already feel a good burn.